Morning all, it's about 10 o'clock on the Sunday the 8th of May and I'm here in Southampton on the increasingly out of control southwest coast path attempt. Well, no, I'm calling it the southeast coast path and no one else is. Anyway, yes, here we are, Southampton. This is the town quay. This is basically where yon ferry over at Hythe docks when it comes to this side. So I've basically cheated and not done the bit where I sit on a boat, so that's okay. I allow myself that. Ferries are optional because I'd have just been sitting down anyway. So yeah, right, let's start with a panorama then. Look, you can see Gastown in the distance there. Now we're going back down that coast that way. Hang on, let me unzoom so you can see my pointage. So we're going that way, back down essentially what's one long parallel set of shores down to the turning at Cowshot. So we'll be able to see probably more and better detail of Gastown there, a Fawley refinery, from this side looking across on a clear day than we could trudging along a grey fence with a load of trees in the way last time. So anyway, somewhere around there is Hythe, that unnecessarily long pier. Not sure if you can actually see the pier here. I think it's slightly around the corner of those houses, but in front of that set of buildings. Oh no, I think that is it. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? That's the ramshackle Victorian little train shed on the end there. Okay, so good. Some context. So carrying on round then, we didn't bother going anywhere up here. This is all Netley Marshes, I don't know, something like that. Guessing a bit. Hello, who are you? You got a stripe on the side. You look military, or pseudo-military. Don't know. Police, Coast Guard, something. Carrying on round. So we're starting to see a lot of docks and industrial stuff, which the Solent Way certainly doesn't bother going with, and nor do I really, because this ferry here is convenient enough for me. But yes, container shippings and such like, cranes. I mean, there's that, which is fantastic. I have no idea what that is. Bioreactor, parked alien saucer, something along those lines. And then over there, which is an immense row of, this is all on this side now, these cranes. The actual Solent continues sort of up that way, around the other side of those. That is Southampton Container Shipping Port, which is enormous. It is about 5 or 6 miles long, and it would be basically what I'd have to trudge back down the outside perimeter fence of coming back this way if I'd have just gone all the way up to the road bridge of the Solent at Totton. So not bothering. But an impressive sight anyway, all the coloured boxes sitting there with massive cranes. I mean, this is full 10 times zoom we're on now, and that's gives you some idea of the size of those things. Carrying on round, we've got some shipping liners, P&O, I don't know about P&O, I don't know whose they are. Yeah, again, full 10 times zoom, and that's it's a big thing, but it's far away. I don't know, I get confused. That one there, there's that one there with a very colourful prow, I like that one. Again, that's some sort of cruise liner, the hotel on water type of affair. Again, each of those white stripes is a man-sized deck with a normal size ceiling, etc. Yeah, a bit less capacity on that one. That probably goes to France or something, Santander, I don't know. That's definitely a cruiser of some sort, Caribbean maybe. No idea. This one is a... Oh, that's reversing, here it goes. That's the Isle of Wight ferry, red funnel, first sailing of the day. It's quite quiet actually until this all started moving. But yeah, it's quite early on a Sunday, so there it goes. Safety announcement and so on, everyone filing up on deck to see the departure. Car deck underneath. I mean, the Isle of Wight's, you can't really see it from here because it's all round the corner of that, but it's not too far away from here. That'd only be like a half-hour journey at tops, including embarkation and so on. Some sort of circus tent there. Might see that as a bit further to go on. So this is Southampton itself. Historic maritime city. Yeah. Not sure what to say about that, but we're going that way, so we'll see more of it. And then, yeah, that's a massive mobile phone mast or something. What's that? That's a red jet. That's another Isle of Wight crossing one. That's just passengers, obviously. Higher speed catamaran thing. I think it's not allowed to go very fast over here. Right, this close to everything. That all disembarks over there. There's like a terminal, it's like a little mini train station type affair in there, which is what I probably would have been coming through on the ferry. And then yeah, some big old stuff in the back there. Container, tankers. Don't know. I mean, this whole thing here now on the left is a massive peninsula that we're probably going to have to cut off. It's only about like a mile or two of coast path, effectively, but it's all commercial offloading shipyards and container port sort of thing, which they don't generally encourage people to wander around willy-nilly. So yeah, so first job is to get into Southampton, turn right, see if we can pick up those little green seagull arrows with the Solent Way, and then today we're heading on to somewhere improbably called Hamble Lee Rice. Yeah, I know, right? Which is where I've left the car. So it's quite a short one today, about 8 miles or so, but that puts me then at the terminus of another ferry, which tends to make quite useful stopping and starting points for a car-based day tripping arrangement, which is what I'm doing. So let's crack on. Bit of a detour just to have a look at this. Check that out. I mean, I don't imagine that started life as Cootie's Brasserie. I think that was some sort of embarkation hall from the golden age of steam. I mean, I think the Titanic sailed from its doomed voyage from roundabouts here somewhere. Perhaps not necessarily that specific wharf, but pretty sure it was Southampton. And then it went by Cork, and then on to meet its maker. And look, Circus Extreme. I've been seeing posters for this for the last month or so as far back as Lymington. There it is. Oh, that avant-garde tent. Wow, does those lights look like they're flickering to you? That must be there's some sort of video feedback thing going on, because they look static to me with my eyes. Anyway, right, yeah, this is the wrong way. I actually want to be the other side and onwards. So I'm going to try and find a seagull, try and find this path, pick it up. Isle of Wight Festival. I don't know when I'm going to the Isle of Wight with my hiking. That'd be my luck, wouldn't it, go that weekend? That's a weekend though, isn't it? I'll be doing a week, I expect, so... Yeah, I'm not sure I want to go the same time as the Isle of Wight Festival. That might be a bit busy and difficult for transport and accommodation and things. Right, onward. Check me out, some filming. It's like Inception. Yeah, so this was what I was worried about. I haven't actually found the Solent Way signs, but I got a fair idea where I'm going from, you know, using my brain and looking at a map and stuff. But yeah, this fence. I mean, basically, a large chunk of the dangly promontory at the south of the city centre is all private commercial shipyards and loading. So I'm just going to have to go in as best as I can. So you see a lot of this. Southampton presumably was here in the medieval times, and there's extensive remains of city wall all around the middle of it. Quite a lot of signs and posts saying, look at them. Oh, rosemary. I have a thing. I mean, the uncharitable might call it a fetish, but I can't walk past a rosemary bush without giving it a stroke. It just smells so nice. Anyway, yeah, so it's going to be much of this really for the next hour or so, I expect. Trudging along. Here we go. Hurrah! I did it. I used my brain and a map and my eyes and things and found the right way. Right, I need to go just follow along here, really. It's all quite pleasant. Very nice day today. I'll have to do some suntan lotioning in a minute, otherwise I'm going to lobster again. Yeah, nothing in there for me. Grand old place. A lot of limestone. This was one of the great commercial hubs of our empire, or what have you, in the turn of the century, 1900s. Not sure if that's much the case nowadays. I mean, pretty much everything down that side, the other side of that building, is all fenced off. It's ADP, Southampton. ADP being a big international port company, probably Saudi-owned or Indian or something. It's a globalised world now. Yeah, there's railway tracks running right through the city up to the wharfs for the docks and stuff. I expect that is actually active as well, not just a abandoned bit of line. Yeah, there's a certain sense of tarnished majesty about the place. I'm reading what I'm thinking I'm reading. Near this spot, AD 1028, Canute reproved his courtiers. Is that silent T? I think it's a courtiers, yeah. Canute Road, yeah. Is that the King Canute who famously tried to stop the tide? Interesting. I understand that was him being sarcastic. Look, I'll go and show you. Walks out into the sea, nothing happens. See? Yeah. Alright, there we go. Straight on. Look, here's some context. So here, straight on. Yeah, I don't really want to end up in Ocean Village itself. I'm heading for the bridge. I mean, I think I've been to Ocean Village once before. Some little trip thing. It's quite affluent, but a bit soulless as well. Anyway, yes, need to get to the Itchen Road toll bridge and cross over on foot. That's the idea. God, look at these things. Was that even there last time I was there? I was there a couple of years ago as a retirement thing. A little afternoon on a boat. Actually, I got to drive at one point. Gunning a speedboat down the Solent. That's quite a surreal experience. Right, that way, yes. Yeah, I need to be on that. There's footpaths on each side of it. I came over it on the bus earlier. Yeah, stairs. Right, good. Okie dokie. I'll get you a view from the top in a minute, hang on. So here we are on the Itchen Road Bridge, which as you can see is the first landward crossing of the River Itchen. It's one of many rivers that empty into the Solent, making it as big as it is. Got a lot of signs from the Samaritans there. Not without reason, I imagine. I don't know if anyone who's ever jumped off of here. I've never been here before, but must be a race. It's a long way down. A couple hundred metres. But yeah, the Ocean Village development there. Big marina in the middle. It's the dockyard. And this is where we're going next. All along here and then down to the end and round somehow. Follow the seagull arrows. Dinghy sailing school there, club, whatever. Not as bad as a Cornish cliff, but a bit of a cardio. Workout, not an episode. So that, I think, is, I don't know what it's called, but I think that's the home of Southampton Football Club, the Saints. I don't know anything about football, so there you go. Token sport fact. Yeah, it's all a bit less dense over there, so hopefully it will turn into shoreline parkland soon enough. Yeah, that is Southampton city centre, much of which I went round. It's quite an iconic tower, I think. Seen that before? Which one am I looking at there? That one. Oh, is that a university? I don't know. Moving on. Up and over. The car's not getting any closer. Well, I'd be worried if it was. So you read that? Exposure, dark. Itchen Bridge, opened by HRH Princess Alexandra, 13th of July 1977. Bloody hell. It's 2 years younger than I am. There's a toll booth up there when the bus went round it, but I don't know how much it costs to travel. Fair bit. I don't know how much it costs to build, or whether they reasonably paid that back since 1977. Probably they just keep charging a toll forever. Maintenance and all that. Right, I need to be... Oh, here we go. Yes, this way. Down here. Okay, let's do it. So that was Woolston. Quite a densely packed Victorian terracey sort of place. A lot of tattoo shops on the high street. Makes me wonder about the economics of the tattoo world. And also Greg's Outlet. I mean, what's that even about? What does that mean? I once went in to find out. Aren't they all outlets? Big shiny sewage works there. It's quite space age. I think, no one minds the sewage works if you make it look very Jerry Anderson, I think. It's lovely. Right, but anyway, here I am back on the water. So this is all that container port that I wouldn't want to go wandering around in from the outside. There's gantries of cars, for cars I think. I think it's large amounts of car storage in and out, cars and vans and so on. And there's like a massive Ford transit van works at Eastleigh, it's quite near to here. Maybe they load them all on here. Maybe this is imports. And during all the Brexit hoo-ha, oh, what did I do there? Manual focus. Yeah, during the Brexit hoo-ha, I was hearing about how that most cars are essentially made in multiple places in different countries and get moved around unfinished to get more bits added on between countries, and that was why Brexit tariffs would be such a bad thing, because the same car would essentially move in and out of Europe about 8 or 9 times during its production. So obviously the answer is to move all of the production in or out of Europe, and probably in would be better for most manufacturers. So yeah, Walenus Wilhelmsen, good name, Viking ancestry. Don't know what's on there, just a massive floating box, could be anything inside. Transit vans possibly. And Southampton Sailing Club and onward. Try and pick up another seagull. I can see one on the post. Yeah, going that way next. Cool. And here we go. Big long run of straight shoreside path through parks and whatnot. That might be an abbey in the distance. I remember seeing signs for such on the way here. Might be able to have another look at that when we get closer. And yeah. There we go. After about, we've been going about an hour now. And I'm only just level with the ferry from where we left off last time. That's there, I think. So the actual ferry moored up as well. Yeah, you can see the struts leading in. So finally, starting to head towards new scenery. Useful toilets. It's the trouble with this kind of environment, you can't just go in a hedge. You need to find actual facilities because you're in a civilised city with actual civilised people, you know. Yeah, cafe takes cash only. No, I mean I've got some cash, but I might save that for emergencies really. I'm okay. So, took the opportunity to de-undershirt. Quite warm today. Don't know what the temperature is without switching out of camera mode, but yeah, probably 15 or more. It's quite nice. But yeah, don't want to be sweating too much more than I need to. I already stink. So yeah, just following this along really, all the way down. There's another smaller oil refinery on this side of the Solent. I think that's what that gantry is, so we'll have to go inland around that. But on the whole, I'm expecting quite a lot more coast now. Now we're past the city of Southampton. So let's go. Yeah. Netley Abbey that way. Good. National Cycle Route number 2. I haven't even looked into all that stuff. I used to be a cyclist. Did some quite long distance stuff. Cycled from Hampshire to Wales and back once. Over a couple of days, camping as well. Long time ago that though. Don't even own a bike at the moment. Yeah. Netley Abbey. Just passing, not going in. There's some information. There you go. So I'll never take you anywhere. Right, onward. Just come down there, charming village street. It's all interconnected little villages all along here, I think. That's one of the reasons I'm quite glad to be day tripping it, not trying to wild camp. There's not really much places for it, all merge into each other and joined by little parkland. So down here is the Royal Victoria Country Park, and I've lost all the signage, so I think it's the route I need. Big country park that follows the shoreline. That sounds good. Sounds like the sort of place they ought to be. Yeah, so 11:47, I'm now at the entrance to the Royal Victoria Country Park, which seems to be causing a great deal of confusion for drivers. There's like a toll gate, and I don't know if you need a ticket or do you are not allowed in without a permit. I don't know, a lot of people turning around here and a lot of very oversubscribed parking all down there. I, however, don't have that problem. I think I can just rock on in and go for it, which I shall do so shortly. Let's stop. There's a coffee. I It's too hot for a coffee, frankly. So might just keep going. I expect the park has various concessionary stands and things inside. So here, look, it's Forley. It's from the outside looking in. Probably a better view of the industrial hellscape that you couldn't see from the trudging along the road directly outside it. Look at that. Is that meant to be on fire? What's that? Oh, it's more steam. I'm going to say steam. You never know. Perhaps I think they're supposed to capture the smoke, turn it into trees or something. Don't know. It's a big old site. I mean, yeah, that took about an hour or two's trudging to get from one end of it to the other last time. So, and yeah, that goes all the way out to on that side as well. It goes all the way out to there for the tanker offload, onload, whatever. They put, like, you know, propane and petrol inside actual oil tankers. Never heard of a petrol tanker on the sea before. Maybe they only transport it around by boat as crude oil and do it by trucks once you process it in the country you're delivering to, I suspect. I don't know. There you go. There's my old friend Wallenus. So yeah, making some good time. But it's a short day anyway, really. 8 miles probably. I don't know, I'm probably at least halfway by now for today's plan, itinerary, whatever. Well, it's a lovely day. I'm really enjoying it. It's just an easy lope, not much weight, nice cooling breeze. A few patchy clouds here and there, but mostly sunny. Warm enough not to need my undershirt, which is thermal, yes. Yeah, look at that. That'll never sail again. Shocking. They really let that build up. This is nice. This is the sort of park you make a special trip to, not just to take the dog to the walk down the end of the road. Just see a sign on the back of that post. Oh. I'm definitely still on the right way, which is good. I really don't know what I'm going to do when I get to Emsworth. Sort of Chichester way. I mean, that's basically where this current green arrows end, and I'll be on my own initiative, I think, which is terrifying. Good old tower there, so we'll see that in closer detail when we get nearer. But yeah, so I think I'll just follow this driveway. £9 all day parking, apparently, which I think is £1 cheaper than where I left the car today, so slightly miffed. Still, there you go. I don't need to be here, I need to be there, so whatever works. No idea. What's this say? Pierhead. Oh, it's been... Ah, hospital. Right. Victorian hospital of some sort. It's rather fancy. So that you can just about see Calshot now. Now we're just round the end of the oil terminal's jetties. Which where we were, beginning of the previous one. So we're getting back to more or less where we were. If there wasn't if there was a reasonable ferry across the bit I actually needed. Anyhow, I don't expect there's much traffic from Calshot to wherever the hell it is to end up on the other side. Yeah, splendid. So I've had to go around an inconvenient sailing club, but it has given me an excellent perspective on the big old hospital thing. Now I see it from this angle, it does look familiar. I think I may have seen this on one of Michael Portillo's train journey programmes one time. Hey, don't judge me. Yeah, I think it's like quite important convalescent hospital for First World War veterans and stuff like that. Not sure. I mean, the reason you watch a Michael Portillo train journey programme is because of its soporific, pleasant drowsiness. It's a very Antiques Roadshow vibe to it all. So I may not have been paying full attention to the salient details to examination standard. But yeah, definitely have seen this before, yeah. There's a lot more stuff over in front of it, obviously. I don't know if you can go in or not. I got no time to go in. I gotta get on. I'm playing a game called Let's See How Long I Can Go Without Checking Google Maps in a panicky state of GPS recognition. Been sort of following this. There's been some very large houses that side and some quite big industrial park on that side. Fingerboard say footpath, but I've not seen a little arrow with a seagull on it, so your guess is as good as mine at the moment. But I'm trying not to panic. I'm trying to just, absorb, chill, live in the moment. Is that a footpath? Should I be there? It does look a bit coast pathy, but what if it's not? I've ended up in the sea without realising. I can see the sea. We're quite very close to the edge, so that's encouraging. I mean, if one of the Southwest Coast paths taught me anything, is you can't go wrong if you can see the sea on your right-hand side. I guess we'll just follow this for a bit, see where it ends up. A lot of oaks out, all fully leafed now. So that's its first week of May. Not many trees still to put foliage out now. I think that's pretty much all it for the year. Get on and photosynthesize, I say. Make sugars while the sun shines. Look at that. it's like a not impressionist painting of some sort, Constable Rembrandt or whatever. The oil refinery framed in nature's arches. Love it. To do that as a postcard. Hang on, let me take some photos. Oh, coastal defence. Filled in, concreted up so people can't get in. Not much use during a war, that. And there's more of the beach. I think I need to be over here. Left the road. I think I can try the actual path because it's making me feel like I'm on more familiar terrain. Gorse bushes, cliff edge. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, big disappointing inland detour in suburbia now. Mostly because there's a big oil refinery on the coast blocking it all off. Not as big as the one last time, but significant enough that we need to go up to the main road and just follow that back to Hamble Rice now. Disappointing. None of these side turnings go anywhere useful, I don't think, footpath wise. So I was going up to the top of the hill, get on the main road, turn right, and about half an hour's trudge, and we're done. It's only 12:20. Might be done by about 1:30. Yeah. Tempted to push on, but ferries and things. I'd have to get the ferry back as well. I think the reason the ferry's there is because the public transport alternative without using a ferry involves like the M27, so that's fine. Going to make a big push on a long day next weekend. Need to try and get about, I don't know, probably 16 miles thinking about it. It's the original 14 I was going to plan, but I need a little bit more just to get to the South Sea, to Clarence Pier, the hovercraft terminal, leaving me in a position to immediately start from there for my next bit, which will be a week of backpacking. Hooray! Right. Bit of a hill there. Didn't even notice I was talking to you lot. Right, main road at the end, hang a right, crack on down. It's another episode of What Am I Looking At? So I don't think it's an actual plane. I think it might just be a mock-up or a sculpture or something. Is that one of the Red Arrows training planes? I mean, I know it's red, yes, but it looks kind of familiar. So I'm wondering now if that big old industrial thing out the back of there that I was going along the south edge of, that's some place that makes aircraft. I've seen Vickers Roads and Vosper Roads around here, so, and lots of things are called Spitfire this, Spitfire that. Maybe that's where they're made. I'll have to check. Look at that. Different sorts of plane. And the road's called Avro Court. I think this is old, obviously this is all recent rebuild, but I think a lot of aircraft manufacture or design or testing happen around here. the various companies, the Avro from the Avro Lancaster bombers and stuff. So I'm wandering down back towards the shore because I just on a whim decided to check on what the good Dr. Ruth did at this point in her journey. She was coming the other way, and her little Google Stalk Me screenshot thing map application thing shows that she basically hugged completely along the coast all the way along here, implying that there is a route. I mean, whether she's just walking along the beach at high tide or there's an actual path I just didn't find from that end. She's coming from the other end, so it may be more apparent, but it's not a competition, of course, but it's not a competition. She's clearly much better at this than I am, but her documented travels imply that there is a route. So I decided to head back towards the Solent down this side road through a business estate, because I need to get a bit more strict about it all. I can't just, probably there's an oil refinery, I'm just going to take the M27 all the way through. So yeah, I need to actually try and make more of an effort to find the route, if there is one, not just get channeled back out to a main road anytime it looks a bit awkward. So yeah, I'm going down to the end to see if I can find out where the hell she went. If there is no path there, if she was just walking along the high tide lark or something, then I can always go back up and hang a right and carry on that way, but there ought to be a way around. Because that implies she went round the seaward side of the oil refinery as well. I don't distrust her at all. I think she did it. I just need to find out how and where. Her mapping shows that she did. Bear in mind, she was through here 6 years ago. Things might have changed. I'll have a look. No harm in looking. As I say, I'm on for like a 1:30 finish today with about 7 or 8 hours of daylight. So I've certainly got time to try and do it a bit more properly than I have been. Yeah, let's have a little look down the end there, see what we can see. Oh, I wasn't kidding about the rosemary. I mean, look at this, seriously. Oh, so intoxicating. I don't know what it is. Problem, that's what it is. So, mystery solved. She used the beach, which is shingle, a reasonably well packed sand in places near the wet bit, but it is already high tide, I think, so I don't think I've really got any worries about that. Plenty of groins to hold the beach in place, so it's not going to be anything different. Yeah, she mentions in her account, which I actually took the time to actually read, going under that pipe, so which is the feed terminal for the oil refinery over there. Yeah, she's not afraid to use the beach, something I generally am, so that's something that's going to have to change. Yeah, she got right up to where that estate was, just along here. And from the look of her little mapping thing, there's basically just follow this all the way around the end back up to Hamble. So, right. So, well, it would be churlish not to do the same. Because, yeah, I wasn't happy about that massive inland detour with this oil refinery either, but I thought that was the only option. But no, just, get on the shingles and walk. My hat is off to Dr. Ruth. Figuratively, I need to keep it on to stop my head being baked by the sun. But yeah, there we go. Right, so I'm going that way along some quite clacky gravel. So I'll talk to you again in a bit. Why are you 0.6? There you go, 0.5. Good. There you go. That must be one of these microplastics everyone keeps going on about. I would pick it up and put it in my pocket, but it's a bit heavy. Now, getting a real Planet of the Apes vibe from all of this. Could just be the Statue of Liberty scene, but yes, here I am trudging along a beach with industrial everything everywhere. Look at this. So that's feed pipes out to something there. Offloading, onloading, whatever. In only, I imagine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't pipe the petrol back out onto a boat. You just put that in road-based tankers and take them off to the petrol stations. This is BP apparently, this one, according to Google Map. That one over there is Exxon Esso. That's the big old one we saw. There it goes, look at it. There's parts of it over there, and then it just runs all the way along the horizon. Main processing part in there, and then They got their tanker offloads going on the jetty over there as well. You can see that probably a bit better from the other side of under here, but yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I'm surprised, to be honest. I mean, okay, I'm started in Minehead and I've gone around the southwest coast path. Devon and Cornwall's, you know, particularly known for their unspoilt rugged beaches and cliff tops and stuff. But I just thought I'd have seen more of this kind of thing up to now already. But aside from that China Clay Works at Par, I think this is the first major industrial shoreline I've seen. And it's not that bad. You know, there's a sort of sentiment of, oh, industry bad, pollution, etc. And to an extent, yes, but the pollution produced by that place is spread far and wide by a great many people. It's not just towers and chimneys over there. And I can't see us all deciding to agree not to use petrol anymore. It's just not going to happen. So yeah, I think we're doomed as a species. I mean, I'd do my bit. I'd try and recycle. I'd walk to work. I'd put things in bins, you know, but it really is screaming into a hurricane, you know. Is that like a little train? Oh, it's just some valves with some little roofs on. I think it's fascinating from an intellectual level, a sort of architectural level. Ooh. I don't know, Gordon's Dry Gin, it's alright. I thought it was some age of sail, age of piracy message in a bottle. It's not. It's just litter. A metaphor for life, really. Yeah. A bit of a whiff of crude oil, but nothing overpowering. I don't know if it's even doing anything. I can't hear anything. There's no plumes or anything. Maybe they don't really do much on a Sunday. Maybe they only work when there's a boat there. I don't know. Private property. No fires on the beach. Yeah, you need certain chutzpah to set up a bonfire on the beach outside an oil refinery, but fortunately I'm not in need of such. Yeah, relatively hard going on here, but eminently doable. I mean, I think I'd still prefer a cliff top path to this if there was one available, but given the alternative is like a 2-mile inland detour, yeah. No, I think the good Dr. Ruth is absolutely correct. This is the way to do it. That's the sort of thing I'd trespass all over as an 8-year-old. Adventure. Probably end up getting caught and told off and sent to my room. I could just walk along that. Oh well, never mind. There's even steps, it's like they're inviting you to. Anyway. Yeah, this is doing it properly. I think I have gotten complacent. I think the Southwest Coast Path is such a pleasant hiking experience in terms of well signposted, well maintained. Oh yeah, there's hills, there's steps, there's a lot of that, but you're very rarely ever not given a path you can follow, and you very rarely ever find a path that's not good enough to follow as well. And here I am in Hamble, Lee Rice, up there somewhere. You know, opposite major oil refineries and near one of the busiest shipping ports in the world, and I have to rely on wilderness survival, which is okay. So yeah, give me cause to think. What's the purpose of this? Is it to literally follow the coast, which I think it might be, or is it to just, you know, go on a series of long hikes that vaguely follow a lot of seaside towns? Yeah, something to think about as I reach the end of any kind of usable path. I'm giving up any hope. I've not seen I've seen one sign ever for the English coast path, and that was actually at Weston-super-Mare, which at my present rate I won't be seeing for at least 20 years. So yeah, I'm giving up any hope on the English coast path being at all useful or relevant for my interests. So I think it's going to be a lot more of this sort of stuff once I run off the end of the Solent Way. And Solent Way is, you know, way up there and passing through busy shopping street, you know, it's a V road running along the coastal villages, not actually following the path. So yeah, start using my own initiative a bit more, I think. Trying to work out if those are the same boats that were there before. I didn't actually get their names, I didn't get close enough. I think we've got a much better view of them from this side of the Solent than from just the other side of the industrial estate. There was definitely 3 last time, and I think the middle one did have that red superstructure. Quite distinctive. So at least one of those boats has been here all week. Probably all 3 have, I imagine. There were definitely 3 and they were in that sort of positioning, so it's harder to see from the other side, but yeah. I don't know how long does it take to pull all the liquid off a boat like that? I don't think they're doing that though. I think they're just resting, or they're just siphon a bit off and process it and siphon and process. They don't need the boat to bugger off and immediately go and get more, by the looks of it. Interesting. Perhaps they have a bit of a downtime turnaround at the end of the voyage anyway, you know. Maybe they don't just, 2 hours and then op it, you're back out again. Perhaps they've got families and stuff. Who knows? I almost found out. One of my fallback plans for a series of disastrous A-level results was Merchant Navy, which I think in retrospect was probably a very bad idea. Not me at all. Yeah. Come the day that they won't have any people on those at all, they'll be basically just massive drones, all done by satellite and remote control. Right, so I think that over there, that yellowy bit, is the other side. That's not even today, that's yonder. I don't even know what that's called. There's a bit that runs around the end of there and then on a big long sweep towards Gosport and Portsmouth ultimately. So this is a marina up ahead. I don't know, there's a lot of people walking around on the grass up there. It looks all eminently accessible. Probably some sort of park. Let's go and find out. There's like a sandbar out there, and there's people on it. I think you might be able to walk a shallowed section there. You can just sort of see yellowish connecting. Don't know. I mean, I think they paddled out there. They got like boats, I think. They don't seem to be in distress. No frantic waving or anything like that. That's cool. So you can see the Isle of Wight in the background, coming back into view in the haze. Soon. Right, so the good Dr. Ruth suggested that she got blocked by this marina, which makes you wonder if this current bit of seawall and path is new in the 6 years since she was here. She had to go across the common at the back, apparently. Interesting. See what we can see following this round, or does it just stop at a go away, turn around and go? Maybe it does. Oh, well, there we go. Dr. Ruth 2, Tim Nil. I'll go to the end and have a look, see what the deal is. But yeah, possibly it's turn around and come back. What's all these people doing up there? Well, that's inside the marina. Are they waiting for something? The QE2 coming through? Don't know. But yes, this is the River Hamble. So I just need to basically go around to the left and then up river about a mile, and that's where the car is. I don't know what's on the other side. Find out next time. A beach, clearly. Yeah, there we go. Not allowed through there. I don't know what those people are doing in there. Presumably they have boats. Don't know. But I don't really want to follow the shore either, because that turns into a river estuary around the corner to the left. It's just going to be mud and then nothing. So, right, well, she was right. Should keep an eye on Ruth's advice at all times on this endeavour. She clearly knows much more about all this than I do. It's just not hard, really. Right, back along this way and then round and then up, I think. So the common it is. An opportunity to use all my bushcraft skills, which very small amount of. Yeah, I know to wear a hat in the sun. That's about it, really. Got some water. Don't know how long I'll be out here. Yeah, vaguely heading north. That's my plan, anyway. With a slight eastward. Which I think at this time of day, shadows. Yeah, it's that kind of direction, I think. Don't know. I'm following quite a worn path. It must go somewhere. Although quite often that somewhere is a cattle trough. Okay. I can see a river ahead. I think I might be on the right track. I need to probably turn left a bit then, if I'm going to not go in the river. Yes. Pleasing. I appear to have come out on the riverbank upstream of the blocking marina obstruction. Perfect. Couldn't have planned that better if I'd have known what I was doing. So yeah, a whole clutter of boats, gantries and jetties and whatnot. And that's where I need to be, although there's a lot of mud in between here and there, which I might want to go around. Oh, look at that. That looks like a bit of a headache for a few minutes' time. Go away, this is my bit of the river. Okay. Right, let's try and find a way around this inlet. Probably don't want to run straight across the middle, it's going to be sticky, deep mud. Probably quite dangerous. Look at that. That's about the 8th most picturesque thing I've seen all day. Very nice. But yes, also, I think I was right not to try the crossing on foot. Obviously we've had some cattle in there, or some people have had a go. Very deep and squidgy. The grass is a good guide. If it's got grass on it, it can probably hold your weight. If there's no grass can grow on it, it probably can't hold a human either. Right. I recognise that pink object from the good Dr. Ruth's account of the passage of the Solent. That's there's the hut you wait in for the ferry, which we're not taking today. Or at all, in fact. Probably going to start from there on the other side next time. So yeah, not far. It's up through these woods, up into Hamble the Rice proper, and it has just the most adorable little cobbled streety type arrangement leading down to the waterfront. Some highly enticing brasseries there, who will not want to smell what I smell like at the moment. Yeah, don't know. Problem for when I get there. Well, that looks familiar. Driftwood supplies. And there's the car park, which I got to early, and so I didn't have any trouble finding spaces, unlike these people. Right, not done yet though. I need to find the ferry terminal, really. Give up for today. Just go and have a look on the frontage. Dear, no room. I hope no one's blocked me in. Should get here nice and early like I did. Oh, there it is, ferry. Yes, that matches the description in the good Dr. Ruth's notes. Very, very pink. A very pink ferry. Okay, I have no idea what the times are and don't care either because I'm not taking that today. I'm done for the day. People queuing, so I guess it's off in a minute. Goes over to that pink hut on the far side, from whence I shall be picking up my boot work next week. I think I've earned an ice cream. We'll wander around Hamble the Rice in earnest. All cobbly bistros and whatnot up to the centre there where there's the bus stop. Yeah, and I don't go any further that way really, because I'd ordinarily be going across the ferry from here. Cool. Right. So yeah, not been a bad one, short one, relatively flat, easy going, relatively well marked out and pathed. A few bits here and there, but an interesting lesson in complacency. I'm going to have to watch that as the path becomes less predefined and more up to me. Don't be afraid to use the shore, I guess, is the message. Anyway, yes, see you next time.